In the hush of the world's chaos, I found solace beside the ocean. The tumultuous waves seemed to echo the turmoil that had plagued my life, and the relentless crash of the surf provided a rhythm that soothed my restless mind. I had come to this remote stretch of coastline seeking silence and serenity, a respite from the clamor of my recent lawsuit, a bitter battle that had drained my spirit and my bank account. The isolated beach was my sanctuary, a place where I could finally escape the cacophony of my thoughts and find solace in the vastness of the sea. The first few days were a balm to my wounded soul, the rhythmic pulse of the waves lulling me into a sense of security. The sky stretched endlessly above me, a canvas of azure that seemed to hold the promise of a new beginning. As the sun dipped below the horizon on the fourth evening, a chill ran down my spine. The air seemed to grow thick with an eerie tension, and a sense of unease settled over me like a shroud. I wrapped my coat tighter around me, attempting to shake off the feeling that I was not alone. I had chosen this secluded spot precisely for its lack of human presence, but now I questioned the wisdom of my decision. The waves, once a source of comfort, now seemed to carry whispers, indiscernible voices that fluttered on the edge of my hearing. I scanned the dark expanse of water, half expecting to see figures emerging from the frothy abysses. That night I retreated to my small cabin, hoping the walls would shield me from the encroaching dread. The sound of the ocean permeated the space, the rhythm now more akin to a heartbeat that pulsed with a sinister energy. I lay in my bed, staring at the ceiling, unable to escape the feeling that the walls were closing in on me. Sleep was elusive, and when it finally claimed me, my dreams were haunted by phantoms that danced at the edges of my vision. I awoke with a start, my heart pounding in my chest, and stumbled to the cabin's window. The moonlight cast an eerie glow on the water, revealing dark shapes that slithered just beneath the surface. In the days that followed, my sense of dread deepened. The ocean, once my refuge, now seemed to hold an unfathomable malevolence. Each day brought new mysteries, a trail of wet footprints leading from the water's edge to my cabin, strange symbols etched into the sand, and a constant feeling of being watched. My attempts to leave were in vain. The forest that bordered the beach seemed to shift and change, paths leading me in circles, and the road that had brought me here was now an enigmatic maze. It was as though the very land conspired to keep me captive, to prevent me from escaping whatever darkness had taken root in this place. As the days turned to weeks, I began to question my sanity. The whispers that had once been distant became a ceaseless cacophony, a symphony of voices that echoed in my mind. Shadows danced at the periphery of my vision, and my reflection in the cabin's window often seemed distorted, as though belonging to someone else entirely. I am writing this now as a final testament, a desperate plea for someone to find me, to release me from the grip of this sinister ocean. My nights are plagued by visions of monstrous creatures that rise from the waves, their grotesque forms illuminated by a sickly green light. They beckon me, their siren call growing louder with each passing day. I fear that the lawsuit that drove me here was but a prelude to a far greater trial, one that tests the limits of my sanity and my will to survive. The unknown terrors that lurk beneath the surface have shattered my perception of reality, and I am left with a single chilling certainty. The ocean is not a place of serenity, but a realm of unimaginable horrors where the unknown preys upon the fragile edges of our minds.